This video is for all of you guys who travel as much as I do, or a lot of you guys I work with travel way more than I do. Going on trips, whether it's via plane, or for me it's often even just by car, going back and forth from New York up to New England. So what I want to do is just give you some things you can do before you get on the plane, or maybe when you pull over to a rest stop, to open up your body, and then also ways that you can sit so that your back isn't achy from being in the car or the plane or even at your desk for too long. So we'll start with some active stretches. If you're at the airport, you can just put your hand on the back of a chair. If you're next to your car, obviously just on the car door. Okay, and you're just gonna swing the leg back and forth. And notice as I do this, my back is not going crazy with it. So you want integrity of the spine, and then just nice and easy swinging back and forth. So you're just warming up the legs a little bit. And it's not making too big of a scene. Right leg, then left. Okay. And then from there, you're going to take your right foot, keep it forward. Take your left foot, step it back, and begin to practice arching the lower back. So the tailbone tuck looks like this. The tailbone lifting looks a little bit more like this. So your sits bones are up, so you're kind of sticking your butt out right at the person behind you if someone were there. And you can come down to your forearms and let the heart melt down. Right leg's gonna stay straight. And shift your hips around until you can feel that your hips are even. Just take 3 breaths here. And then come up and switch to the other side. So it's gonna be the same thing. You even out through the hips. Take 3 breaths. And then slowly come up. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go in and just do a few squats. So I'm going to come down, and notice when I come down, I'm actually going to stick my butt out once again, and I'm going to try to keep my knees, they don't have to be directly over my heels, but shins relatively straight so that when I come up, I'm getting my glutes to work, and I'm starting to practice getting my hips or my upper thigh bones back, even when I come up. I'm opening the pelvic floor every time I go down. Okay, just a few times. Getting blood flow through the legs, the arms, the whole body. And then after this last one, again, just take your hand to the back of the chair. Other arm reaches around. If this causes you to strain or bend to the side, just let your knee come forward a little bit. If you can take your leg back, take it back. And then nice and easy, switch to the other side. Release the foot down, slide side to side. All right, if this is too much in the airport, you don't have to, but I've seen stranger things in the airport. Come up towards center. Hands to your hips, hip circles. A lot of this is just about circulation, really. The body doesn't love being stagnant for too long. Other direction. Okay, arms side to side. We call this empty coat sleeves. Be mindful of people around you. No one loves to be hit or punched or even touched by a stranger. And then the last thing, when you're sitting, I'll go at an angle here. When you're sitting, you can get, it's just like figure 4 when you're on your back or seated on the ground. Take your left ankle onto your right thigh, press the heel forward, toes back. Take a nice big inhale, and again, you want to try not to tuck the tailbone, but instead to lift up and lengthen the spine. If you have plenty of a stretch here, stay here. Otherwise, you can begin to lean forward. Maybe give yourself a little twist. And go ahead and come up. Switch to the other side. Again, just a few breaths here. You can do this after you get off the plane as well. Good. And then last but not least, when you go to sit in your car, on the plane, at your desk, stick your butt out and arch your back, okay? And then you're gonna rest down, and what that does is it opens up your pelvic floor a little bit. It gets your sits bones nice and wide. It gives your spine something to stack on, and it also creates integrity throughout the muscular and fascial system. So it's nice and wide. It's good for the prostate, for the bladder, which when you're traveling, you don't want to stop for too many bathroom stops, right? Then you draw up just a little bit through the navel. You lift your spine upwards and roll the shoulders back. You can imagine as if your head were filled with helium. Maybe your head's filled with hot air, and that's lifting up, right? And then once it's lifting up, you want the ears to kind of come back, so the palate slides back. So when I drive, I've actually just in the last couple weeks switched how I drive. I usually like to lean back more, legs out more. Okay. What you want is to make sure your shoulders can stay plugged back if you're driving now, or if you're at your desk, that the computer's at eye height, that the hands are 90 degrees, shoulders stay plugged back. Okay. If you're on the plane, same thing. If you're using your tray, shoulders should be able to stay plugged back. If you need to cross your legs, cross at the ankles instead of the knees. Okay. And that's about it for now. The one other thing I would add is that if you need, for a lot of people's backs, it's nice for your hips to be just above your knees. So spread for the sits bones, hips just slightly higher than knees or equal to the knees. And that should help just keep you upright with way more ease. All right, so safe travels. Feel great when you do it. If you have time to open up through your feet too, just pointing the toes, or it might be strange on a flight, but just getting movement through your feet, because we all know that things tend to swell when we fly as well. So safe travels, enjoy wherever you're going, and hope to see you back soon. Take care.